Hello again. We are back at it. This is for those who missed or absent on 9/29. That's Tuesday, September the 29th. Or you need review, or you did not finish the notes and you needed to pause the video in order to get the notes. So 9:29, you need to do the warm up. It's 4 questions. Do that super fast. Won't take you that long. And then we're going to finish the representative notes. Representative government notes that we started yesterday, which they'll look like this. And then we'll slide down into the actual notes here. I'm going to give these to you in a second. Explain the reason why I chose to put this in here, because we're not exactly going to follow the slides that we're going to go over today. But let's get to the slides real quick. There is if you have an activity classwork, and it will be the one that I released on a few more. It'll be the one. Let's go to the stream. It's not wanting to do what I want it to do. September 25th, activity classwork. That is the regions, the 3 regions, drag and drop. Make sure that you do that. That way you're caught up and ready to go. So let's get on with it. The thing called salutary neglect. Now, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I don't know what salutary means. But the thing is, all you need to know is this. If you know what neglect means, the salutary neglect will just kind of make sense. In other words, when you neglect something, you're leaving it alone. And what England was doing was they were leaving the colonists alone to govern themselves, to solve their own problems. And because of that, obviously, self-government or representative government is going to continue to explode throughout the colonies. And basically, the king was like, all you need to do is, throw some money my way. They're going to have this system called mercantilism. We'll talk about in a second. Throw some money my way, and we're good to go. Other than that, solve your own problems. So he neglected them. He left them alone to govern themselves. And then you got mercantilism here. Basically, it's where England is using the colonies. He's using them for economic gain. In other words, it's profit. So so what the colonies are doing is they are sending over to England raw materials, which is like a piece of wood, just just a block of metal, or just some raw cotton. And what England's going to do is they got the factory, so they're going to completely, totally change those raw materials into finished products, which would be like a piece of wood would be now a chair, a piece of metal is now part of an axe, and of course the cotton's going to be turned into t-shirts or whatever. And when they would sell it back to the colonies, they did that for a huge, huge, huge profit. And because of that, England was making some serious cash on all ends of that. So with mercantilism, that's a long word, but if you just know a 4-letter word used, then you're good to go. England used the colonies for economic gain, and that's it. That's all you really need to know. They used the colonies for economic gain. So examples of representative government. The notes here. So, what is salutary neglect? England left the colonies alone to govern themselves. Okay, can't forget that. And then, why did England allow them to do that? Because the money was flowing, and other than that, they were like, "You're so far away. There's some serious distance from England. You know what? Get out of here." And then, what is mercantilism? Where England, there's that word. They use the colonies for economic gain or profit. And I have 3 little money signs here. Under the ideas of mercantilism, why do you want to have more exports than imports? Because exports are what you're making money off of, and so you definitely want more exports than imports. And then whenever we finish with the notes here, hopefully you've been able to pause the video and get the notes. And this is for the day before. I don't know if you missed that in the video, but I'm going to hold that there for you for a second. And then I'm going to go on and move to that part. So you should be able to have that ready to go. You're going to click on the next activity classwork, the one that I released today, 9/29. And it will look like this. And you just click into it, make it bigger. And we didn't get very far with these. And so I'm just wanting you to know this is what we're going to start on tomorrow, on Wednesday. And it's just we only typed 3 things in here. Wasn't too terribly huge or anything like that, and you can catch up real quick tomorrow. So I just want to bring that to your attention. So number one, do the warm up. Number two, make sure all the notes are finished. And number three, make sure that you can open up and maybe even try and type a little bit inside of the document that we just had here. And you should be good to go. We will talk to you soon. Bye.